If this is a shoe that a brand made for you, would you wear it on the court? Alright, don't answer that. Truth is, Anta made this for Klay Thompson back in 2015, and this is actually the first Anta shoe that I reviewed. For better or for worse, Klay never wore these on the court, so stick around and let's talk. Welcome back, this is Fresh Bear. Smash the thumbs up button, share this video to your friends, follow me on Instagram, and if you're new here, subscribe to my channel for updates. That said, let's dive in. Just the other day, I posted a video about the history of Anta and traced how it grew into what it is today. The year was 1991 when it all started. Roll the clip. It was in 1991 when Anta's executive director Ding Shizhong founded the company. It started out as a small shoe manufacturer in Jinjiang, Fujian, where Shizhong sold the shoes his father made until the shoes were made in a factory and sold in local retailers. The company would continue to grow in domestic markets. 23 years later, or on 2014, Anta signed Klay Thompson after hearing about the brand from Rajon Rondo, who was with Anta at the time. The initial contract was subsequently extended for 10 years, making Klay an Anta athlete until 2026. So Klay signed with Anta on 2014, and by 2015, I posted a review on the first shoe that was sold with his initials, the Anta KT Team. I remember back then there was this photo of what looked like an unimpressed Klay Thompson after seeing the first shoe that Anta made for him, the Anta KT Team. There was kind of a concerned look on his face, but hey, who's to say? What eventually became clear was that it wasn't his actual first signature shoe, perhaps to Clay's relief. It was what you would call a transition shoe, much like how the Anta Shockwave 5 Pro was for Kyrie Irving. While it's not the first Anta shoe I played with, the Anta KT Team in this gray and black colorway was the first Anta shoe I reviewed thoroughly. I no longer have the shoe with me after balling with it for countless hours. Again, this was back in December 2015, about 9 years ago, so pretty much the shoe was a product of its own time. The review was basically a comprehensive article I posted in my old blog, and I had no YouTube video of it at that time. So the shoe had a shark-like texture bionic design made up of KPU, which is basically plastic. It sits on top of a mesh upper with synthetic overlays. The ventilation was below average and the sizing was tricky as with most Anta shoes back then, and the fit was not exactly one-to-one. The outsole featured an anatomical map of the foot, which was somewhat similar to the outsole of the Nike Kobe 9 that came out at the same year. Anta called it the Control 5 WD outsole, which also had a groove at the toe for enhanced flexibility. The overall traction was average. The shoe had standard EVA foam for the cushioning, which was not too heavy, but not really soft either. Impact protection was average, but if you're used to full-length zoom, it will feel inadequate. The shoe did not have a plastic shank or any shank for that matter, so torsional rigidity was not its best feature. Overall, the Anta KT model was more of an entry-level shoe that was a bit ambitious for its design. While the upper honestly didn't make sense to me, the rest of the shoe was standard. Now, the very first Anta shoe that I did a video on was actually the Anta KT1, the first signature shoe of Klay Thompson. I posted it on the same month, December 2015, but that's another story for another day. In the meantime, let me know what you think about the Anta KT model. Sound off in the comment section if you were able to play in a pair. If not, just post your thoughts in the comment section. And smash the thumbs up button, share this video to your friends, follow me on Instagram, and if you're new here, subscribe to my channel for updates. This is Fresh Bear, thanks for watching, peace and love to the fellow underdogs.